this is Gilbert Gottfried, and this is Gilbert Gottfried, and I'm here with my co-host Frank Santopadre, and this is Gilbert and Frank's Amazing Obsessions. Or is it Amazing Colossal Obsessions?
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't really matter.
Doesn't matter. Although, for the theme song that we put out there,
Yes.
we put out the invitation for somebody to actually write some music for us.
Oh,
And a friend of mine sent in a theme song, which I'm going to play for you later. And maybe we'll actually get an MP3 and we'll work it into the show.
Oh, okay.
So somebody actually took us up on the insane offer to write us some music.
So we've got some music,
Yeah.
but I'm still not sure what the title
Doesn't
is.
matter.
Is it Amazing Colossal?
Amazing Colossal Obsessions.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we wanted to keep the branding.
So then,
Yeah.
I should have said,
Yeah.
this is Gilbert and Frank's Amazing Colossal Obsessions.
Right. My standards have been lowered. If you if you come close, I accept it.
I don't care. I never cared from the beginning. Quality control.
What quality control?
Yeah.
You got a movie this week? We're sitting in a
Okay.
102-degree room at the
Yes.
Friars Club, by the way.
I have one. We've spoken about this one. It's come up on the show
Ooh,
before.
I'm intrigued.
And this is the Apprenticeship of Duddy Kravitz.
Oh, you're just saying that to get Richard Dreyfuss to do the show.
Yes,
You're
please do
sucking
the
up.
show,
You're
Rich.
sucking up.
Yeah. And we just want to ask you about yours.
Well, Joan and David said they were going to help us get Richard Dreyfuss. So
Oh, I'd love to have Richard Dreyfuss on.
me too.
Because you know what Richard Dreyfuss is?
A Jew.
Yes.
In fact, I believe this film is about the Jewish experience.
Yes. It's all about Jews. I think it's from the book, All About Jews. And it was written by Mordecai Rickler.
That's the guy.
I'm not sure what his heritage
Right.
is.
I'm not sure you're pronouncing his name correctly anyway, but what the hell?
I don't think I am. But and it's like of course Richard Dreyfuss.
Yep.
When he was young and pretty much unknown at the time. And Randy Quaid,
Oh,
before
yes.
he went batshit crazy.
Oh, Randy Quaid's in my movie too.
Oh, yeah. Oh, great. And Randy Quaid, at one point, the authorities were after him.
Oh, yes.
And he fled. He was going to hide out in Canada. So the first thing he did when he got to Canada was hold a press conference that I'm in Canada hiding out.
Well, first he was squatting in someone's home.
Oh, yes.
For a while, and then he made a weird sex tape. Do you remember this? And his wife was wearing a mask.
Was it him and Dennis?
No.
Yeah, no.
His wife was wearing a strange mask. I don't know, it was some kind of political statement.
Yes.
But anyway, in the old days, when he had a legitimate acting career.
He was in this.
Right,
And
Duddy
he was
Kravitz.
actually good.
Isn't Jack Warden in it?
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's interesting, too, because this is kind of, once again, it's Jack Warden and Joseph Wiseman.
Oh, Dr. No.
Yes.
Right.
And they were in another film I recommended that was Bye Bye Braverman. They acted together in there.
Correct. Weird.
And this was one of those, it's like a smaller film. I think it was a Canadian production company.
Ted Kotcheff was the director. Do I have that right? A Canadian director?
Oh, yes.
I'm going to look it up on my phone while you're talking. But go ahead.
Yeah, because no one pays attention.
Not at all.
While I'm talking. It's like, I'm going to go out and take a walk while you're talking. I'm gonna check on my dry cleaning while you're talking.
I think I got it right.
Yes. And Richard Dreyfuss is like, a conniving character in
Right.
it. But you're fascinated by him. And
It's a coming-of-age film.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And so I recommend that one.
The Apprenticeship of, isn't it Duddy Kravitz?
Oh, yeah, Duddy Kravitz. And you know something? I think David Steinberg, a Canadian Jew, that people called him Duddy.
Oh, Doo-Doo is a nickname for David.
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah, so they all used to call him Duddy.
Right. I don't know why I know that, being a Gentile.
Yeah.
Randy Quaid also turns up in my movie, which is...
By accident, he's hiding out. He wasn't cast in the movie. He was He was hiding out on the set.
He was in the balcony of a theater bootlegging.
He thought it's a movie. No one will see me here.
You remember when he had this big career, like The Last Detail?
Yes.
And what was the other?
Yes.
Was he in The Last Picture Show? I think he's in that.
Oh, yeah.
Lots of stuff. The Long Riders. Anyway, this is Paper Moon.
Oh, yes.
Peter Bogdanovich's Paper Moon. And I want to sing the praises of an unsung talent, or an unheralded, lesser-known talent, Polly Platt. You know, Polly Platt, who was married to Bogdanovich.
Oh, yes.
And was a production designer and a screenwriter, and she brought him this material. It was a novel. And she brought him she was involved, actually, with a lot of his films. She was involved with Targets. We've talked about Targets on the
Boris
show.
Karloff.
With Sarah Karloff. She was involved with The Last Picture Show. She was sort of the woman behind the man in Bogdanovich's life, and later she went on to work with James L. Brooks. But she's interesting because there would not have been a Simpsons without Polly Platt, because she was the person that took Matt Groening's strip, one of the Life in Hell strips, and gave it to James L. Brooks.
Oh.
And that's when he hired Groening to do the shorts on the old Tracy Ullman show. Remember how The Simpsons started out as those shorts? So Polly Platt, the late Polly Platt, I wanted to give a shout out to because she's connected to a film I'm going to recommend now, Paper Moon.
And I should say that I worked for 2 weeks on a Peter Bogdanovich film.
Oh, there's a connection.
Yes.
That's right. What was the Bogdanovich?
It was the last of the Richard Pryor, Gene Wilder.
Oh my God!
Pictures, and it was called Another You.
I know that picture.
And it was horrible.
Wasn't he replaced as a director on that?
Yes.
By
yes.
somebody else, Arthur Hiller or somebody.
He was replaced as a director.
Right.
And then I knew already. Then that was the stamp.
Who did you play?
I was like one of the mental patients.
Right. And Pryor was really failing at that point.
Yeah.
Because even in the previous one.
Oh, yeah.
Where
he looked
was,
sick in
See
that.
No Evil.
Here, he looked like a zombie.
That's sad.
But he was very nice to me.
That's nice.
Very nice, and he acted like Pryor acted to me like I was the big comedy star, and he was this doting fan.
Fascinating.
Yeah, he was great. But he got fired, Bogdanovich. And then they decided to cut all previously shot footage.
Oh, God.
To make it into the classic movie.
You could have been in this really terrible film.
Yes, I could have been. I made up for it in other pieces of shit.
More than, I would say.
So go back to Paper Moon.
This is Paper Moon, which was as I said, was a novel. And she found the novel, brought it to Bogdanovich. And interestingly, it was originally developed as a movie for Paul Newman. And it was developed by John Huston. And Paul Newman was going to do the film with his actual daughter. Isn't that interesting? And then Huston fell out, so Newman fell out. And Polly Platt, who was a fan of the book, brought it to Bogdanovich, and it was called, I believe it was called Addie Pray, after Addie, the character played by Tatum O'Neal, and they changed the title to Paper Moon. And Orson Welles, who Bogdanovich was spending a lot of time with at that time, said, that's a great title. You don't even have to make the movie. You could just release the title. And you've seen the movie. It's a Depression-era drama comedy.
And this was before Ryan O'Neal was kicking the shit.
Yeah, well before.
Yeah.
Well before.
Yeah.
When, again, speaking of, we're talking about Randy Quaid, when Ryan O'Neal had a real acting career.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
This was after Bogdanovich made Last Picture Show, and then What's Up, Doc, with Ryan O'Neal and Barbra Streisand. This is shot in black and white. It's shot by the great Laszlo Kovacs, who shot Easy Rider and 5 Easy Pieces and Shampoo and The Last Waltz. And it's a sweet film. It's a simple film about a con man who sells Bibles to grieving widows. He looks them up in the obituaries and says, your husband ordered this Bible for you before he died. And this little girl comes into his life, played by his actual real life daughter, Tatum O'Neal, who would wind up winning an Oscar.
Oh, yeah.
For this part. I think she was at 10.
Which I'm sure had to have added to why he kicked the shit out of her years later.
The story is, I was watching some of the extras on the DVD, that because Ryan O'Neal and Bogdanovich were not nominated, supposedly they didn't show up.
Oh, my God.
I can only assume that she was there to accept her Oscar, that she either came with her mother or some kind of guardian, or the nanny or someone. It's a terrific film. It's a sweet movie. It's got Madeline Kahn shows up.
Oh, yes.
As Trixie Delight, the love interest for Ryan O'Neal's character. Randy Quaid, who we were just talking about, shows up as playing a hillbilly. He wrestles.
Oh, and
wrestles him for his car.
And of course, the voice of the car in David Hasselhoff's.
Oh, yes, very good.
Yes,
John Hillerman.
John Hillerman, the
Yes.
voice.
John Hillerman was also in Magnum PI.
Oh, yes,
I think.
yes.
John Hillerman plays two parts. He plays a bootlegger and his sheriff brother.
Yeah.
Who busts O'Neill, busts him up physically. It's a beautiful looking film, lots of long takes, and Wells was kind of hanging around as an advisor to Bogdanovich when he made the film. So see it. It's terrific. I just watched it again with my wife this morning. Paper Moon, and then look up Polly Platt, who had a fascinating career. They actually made a comedy about Bogdanovich and Polly Platt's marriage ending, which was a movie called Irreconcilable Differences.
Oh my God, with Ryan O'Neal,
of all people,
Sharon Stone,
and Shelley Long, right? With
Yes.
Sharon Stone playing the Sybil Shepherd character.
Oh my God, yes.
The beautiful woman that comes between. And Polly Platt rather wryly said that they got more right about the film than they got wrong.
Yeah.
But she would later go on to work with James L. Brooks, and she did a lot of cool stuff in her career. And she was a production designer and a writer and a producer. Anyway.
So you're recommend... Oh, what was the Paul Newman movie that he directed starring his daughter?
Oh, gosh.
Had a girl's name in it.
Oh, I know the one you mean.
Like something. Like
Rachel, was it Rachel?
I think it was.
Which was
Rachel.
Maybe parodied on Seinfeld as Rochelle.
Oh, yes, yes.
Or at least the title was. Yeah, he directed a couple of movies.
Yeah.
Newman. I think he directed Sometimes a Great Notion, which was the movie about
Sherlock Holmes.
No, it was a movie about loggers.
Oh.
And I think he directed that one. He definitely directed a movie called Harry and Son with Robbie Benson.
Oh, okay.
About a father and son having a difficult relationship. But I think that's the one you're talking about with Joanne Woodward in the lead.
Yeah, Rachel.
Rachel, which I have never seen. But so I'm recommending Paper Moon. It's a lot of fun. If you get your hands on the DVD, the extras are a lot of fun. And
I'm recommending Richard Dreyfuss. And, of course, once again, Jack Warden and Joseph Wiseman working together.
Love Joseph Wiseman.
In The Apprenticeship of Duddy Kravitz.
Does Jack Guilford show up in that one?
He might.
I seem to remember him in the trailer.
He certainly fits the ethnic background.
And I could be crazy wrong, but I think the director was Ted Kotcheff.
Yes, I think you're right.
It's 106 degrees in this room, and I'm delirious. So we'll see you next week.